We're going to go into the next WOW video. There's a whole bunch for this section of keywords. It's part 284C3m1b7a8. So it's line 22f1fa19c3m1b7a8. Electron energies, Higgs signal, split atoms, formulas, 5G Wow Seti. We're getting a lot of formulas now. So this is the basis of keyword research and formulas. Okay, so there's the alien radio signal there. November 26th was when I was working on the research. Today's November 29th. So the keyword research continues from valence band to electron hole and high temperature semiconductors from previous videos. Quotes from Wiki. Coulomb's law allows the force on the hole due to an electric field to be calculated. An effective mass can be derived which relates the imaginary force on the imaginary hole to the acceleration of that hole. So I'm going to Google electron energies. And I want to see if electrons can travel at the speed of light and add two neutrinos to boost the speeds with what? What can we boost the speeds with? So quotes from Wiki. Multi-electron atoms include electrostatic interaction of an electron with other electrons. If there is more than one electron around the atom, electron-electron interactions raise the energy level. So there's the question as to how high you can make the energy levels go. These interactions are often neglected if the spatial overlap of the electron wave function is low. For multi-electron atoms, interactions between electrons cause the preceding equation to be no longer accurate, as stated simply with Z as the atomic number. Instead, an approximate correction may be used where Z is substituted with an effective nuclear charge, symbolized as ZeFF. So there's the equation there. Chemical bonds between atoms in a molecule form because they make the situation more stable for the involved atoms, which generally means the sum energy level for the involved atoms in the molecule is lower than if the atoms were not so bonded. So November 26, my thoughts. The keywords are chemical bonds, multi-electron atoms, and atomic number, and Z. Formula based on data minus the chemical bonds equals atoms, molecule form, chemical bonds equals stable, sum energy, lower speeds because atoms are bonded. Split the atoms to make them travel faster than the speed of light. It's going to Google the keywords atoms, 4 split leptons, and collision. Data quote, the most common baryons are the proton and the neutron, the building blocks of the atomic nucleus. It's a Google link. My thoughts, the keywords with ideas. Baryons, proton, neutron equals building blocks, dark matter, universe, atomic nucleus. Formula idea to Google. If we split a proton and neutron, then we can split the atom. According to the research, protons and neutrons have been split recently. Protons that split become quarks. And there's an old thing there. Quarks by 1968, experiments in particle accelerators at Stanford Linear Accelerator Center made it clear the protons did contain smaller particles inside it. Soon the same was confirmed about neutrons. Also, these particles were named quarks. So that's from physics.knoji.com. Okay, and here's a diagram showing an atom that splits from 235U to 236U. Splits into two, and then it also creates other particles. So when the atom is split, it releases 2 to 3 neutrons. So there's the neutrons, and a huge amount of energy in the form of heat and gamma radiation. The 2 to 3 released neutrons are free to join new atoms and cause them to split, creating a chain reaction. The chain reaction will continue until all the uranium is split. So there's a chain reaction that can start from the first U235 splitting and releasing 2 to 3 neutrons. So they just bounce off of each other and continue like a domino effect. In order for nuclear fission with U235 to work ideally in power generation, uranium must be enriched, so it contains 2 to 3% or more of the U235. So that's from www.odec.ca. Okay. And there's another little picture I got. Fission fragment showing the energy. Okay. Here's another one I got. 235U fission is showing the equation for it and how it works. So you get a picture of what we're looking at. Fission is the splitting of atomic nucleus. It uses nuclei to split our very heavy nuclei like uranium-235 or 235U and plutonium-239, 239Pu. which if they absorb a small subatomic particle, like a neutron, can split into two fission fragments, or fission products, and produce 2 or 3 neutrons. So curtin.edu.au. Okay? So November 26, my thoughts. Splitting an atom creates nuclear fission, a chain reaction of particles that collide with one another, generating energy, which we now use for electricity. So in theory, you can create an electric field with fission. Does this also create a Higgs field signal in the same manner? I googled the keywords and found my own data based on the research I did on the Higgs boson mass particle theories I have this year. The video title is Hydrogen Decoupling NMR Spectroscopy Higgs Boson Nuclear Magnetic Resonance Nuclei Particle 5G Wow Seti. Okay, it's got keywords and formulas with it. The research data from August 20th says, for some reason it's in this faded gray thing. Okay, my thoughts. Hydrogen abstraction keywords to Higgs boson particle to remove the main signal and find the fragments of a particle that will stay with mass so we can study. So that's the idea behind the Higgs boson videos, which I'm working separately from the WOW videos, okay? Although I am doing a cross-reference between the two to see what comes up. So here's the formula from that video. The formula idea was a particle frequency range, eliminate the coupling, nuclei, NMR, coupling, atoms, bonds, distance, molecules, Higgs signal, NMR signal, spectrum, split, multiple, peaks, several hertz frequency, compare, each other's decoupling, fully, partially, eliminate, splitting signal between nuclei, irradiate, analyze other nuclei in spectrum, NMR spectroscopy, decoupling, determine structures, chemical compounds. August 25th, my thoughts. Based on the keywords, it looks like you have to take the Higgs boson particle, use the NMR spectroscopy and decoupling techniques to determine the structure and the chemical compounds found in the 2 photons and other particles that may be unseen. It will stop the signal from splitting so you can analyze a particle in spectrum or something like that. And there's the link, Victoria Stafford at psychicinvestigation.wordpress.com, and that's where the video is posted, okay? So November 26th, my thoughts. In theory, it talks about using the Higgs electric field signal and splitting the atom. I'm not sure where this is going, but there's already 13 videos based on this keyword alone. They have been split up into 13 segments. Keyword research continues in the next video. Thank you for watching.